Good afternoon. Let's see. It was Mr. Unicorn. Thank you for hosting, sir. Hope you had a nice flight. Yeah, I just started the stream, ArtSim. Yeah, hopefully you guys are still here. I just heard the chime come in. I was in another screen just finishing. I had to send out a message to somebody, so yeah. I was watching a little earlier and noticed that you had a unfortunate sim crash, Uni. I hope it didn't happen again. So, XBehavior, thank you very much for hosting. And let's see, we should have live ATC chatter in the background, hopefully. Yes, we do. Yeah. Did it happen again for a second time, or? That's frustrating. So we're here in Indianapolis, I think.
Tower Envoy 3712 on the visual 35 center.
I'm going to cruise on down to Dallas Fort Worth. It's going to be kind of flat, but sometimes you'll fly over stretches of scenery that are quite nice and sort of colorful patterns of farmland and stuff. It's pretty neat. Doodle Zackin, how's it going? This is, I guess, a stock airport that comes in X-Plane's database. Lego brick, as we call it. Let's see where I'm actually parked at. Although it looks like some people put some effort into this. But, I didn't download it. This is the first streaming flight I'm doing in the 11.20 beta series. It pretty much showed that same frame rate. Oh, it might have been a little better. It's not any worse, so that's good. So I figured I'd give it a shot. Looks like we're close to high noon with the sunlight directly overhead. Pretty bright. XP, yeah. Next thing you know, I'm gonna land in the wrong airport. I did that once with a group flight, although it wasn't on network. But I thought it was before Denver was a part of the Western. Before the Western expansion was out, and yeah, I landed at the wrong airport. Yeah, unicorn, yeah, for sure. OSM as far as what? You mean the trees and stuff following roads? I actually have my roads shut off since I'm relying on the ortho roads. But the object should be on. It would be interesting to see how much different pilotage would feel like getting piloted service on the East Coast. I used to always fly on the East Coast since I'm from there. Oh man, this airplane is totally damaged. Look at this. It's crushed right through the fuselage. Let's see if we can actually see it in the airplane with us. No, thankfully it didn't take out the pilot. Although I bet if we stick our head through the wall here. Ouchie. Okay. Oh yeah, when I get annoyed, I just headbutt anything and stick my head right through it. Yeah, the dream lifter. Yeah, totally. That is like the one incident I always think of when I think of landing at a wrong runway. How would you like to have that reputation? Dream lifter. Oh yeah, you guys landed at the wrong airport once, right? Great. Let's make sure we're good. Pull up my checklist here. And let's check her out.
Number 3712, Mike Zulu, hold short, runway 35 left, stay with me.
Ooh,
Mike Zulu, hold short, 35, stay with you, opportunity.
a little loud there. Oh, I didn't even listen. I gotta listen to that sometime. Yeah, I can't imagine what that's gotta be like for the pilot at the moment. They gotta be like, yeah, we're at the wrong airport. Okay. That's good. Everything else is loaded.
Runway 2353, taxiway, Yankee, hold short, runway 35, stay with me. 50 heavy, 10 to depart, adios.
American 50 heavy, adios. Tower American 372, with you at today.
Oh, cool. I'll listen to that later. Thanks, dude.
270 Tower, runway 35, Seneca, land wind 020 at 11, taxiway 7 Street, park off the parallel runway, the heavy 777.
Alright, cleared to land 35 Center, American 372, and wake your minutes,
Runway 2353,
freaking guy.
runway 35 Center,
I don't think so.
enter spot 1 or 2 on the east side of the ramp.
You know, look at all the circumstances that led to it, and obviously a pilot like that, highly trained, company doesn't want to lose that person unless they've been showing a track record of, you know, screwing up. But I can't remember. We could look it up though, see like what the actual penalty was.
line up on white 35 left, American 2653.
Galley. Oops.
American 2653, crossway coming through, park to the heavy. An RNAV 6000, runway 35 left, to take off.
Nice.
RNAV 35 left, clear to take off, American 2653.
Elevation. Okay, 500. Alright, so let's see where we're at. We got the overhead done, flight directors done, pitch set. Altimeters, what's the elevation here? Let's see. I don't care too much right now. Let's just put in 3003 for an altimeter setting.
American 2653, contact the park, adios.
This is some ground proximity action.
Glide slow.
Glide slow.
Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Enough. Airspeed low.
Okay, so
rate.
departing out of here is
Pull
relatively
up.
straightforward.
Terrain.
DFW
Pull
Roberts,
up.
runway departure.
Actually, no, this one's a little more complex. I forgot.
Don't sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Terrain. Glide slow.
Mr.
Bank
Nico
angle, bank
Delta
angle.
213. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
100. 50. 30. 20. 10. 500.
Okay. So Windsor 1206. It would make sense, I guess, if we were to take off out of runway. Let's see what runways we have here. We could take off for runway 14 at 7,000 feet long, so that's cool. Okay, we'll use 14. And on the departure. So this is an interesting departure procedure, the way it's just laid out, in that it serves several airports. That's congestion in the chart. Indianapolis, Eagle Creek, Metro, Regional, Greenwood, and all others. And we are at Indianapolis International. So now XP Aviator might feel a little better. And it says here, initial climb, runway 5 right, gives a bunch of stuff, 23 left, 23, all of the runways, climb on assigned heading. So we're just going to do an assigned heading of 14. Let's see, what is the actual official heading? 140, straight up 140. Okay. So we'll climb 140 and we'll self-vector ourselves eventually onto the 174 radial out of Brickyard. Pick that up. We'll fly to Dawn. And then we'll take it to Mystic. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have up here? It's showing some DME stuff, references. And that's really just based on this over here, right? Climb heading 050 to 0.3 DME. Then unassigned and all this stuff. That's kind of interesting, actually. Alright. So, highest obstacle is 2002 MSL. Right here. And we are about, what, 1,000 feet right now? 800. This is all to scale here. I'm not sure how far that is from the airport. But from this VOR to here is 27 miles, so we're definitely going to be over 2,000 feet well before this. Alright. Okay. So what do we need? We need navs. Nav frequencies, we're going to need 116.3. And then we'll need 108.2. So 116.3 is going to go here. And she will need 108.2. And here we'll put 108.2. And then once we leave Mystic, we will be on our way eventually to Pocket City, 113.3. Alright, so we'll put that here. Right, 113.3, yeah. Alright, so we have that's good to go. No comms right now, no ADFs are needed. And we'll have a quick look at our potential speeds, which is basically we're just setting this and we have our speed set for our flaps. Excuse me. And then the next thing we're doing is HSIs. So we need the 174 and then 182. 174. So we go here.
Hotel United 294 is on the visual 35 center.
United 294, do you clear target? Main runway 35 center, clear runway 3606.
China 35 center United 294.
And 182. And I'll just initiate a climb to 10,000 since we haven't been given anything. There's no top altitude. It's given based on ATC. Alright, let's see what else do we have here. So our heading is going to be 140. Alright. And no transponder. Okay. Let's kind of come on up here.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Alright. Guess we have not much lines to work with here. So we're just eliminate those poles.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
USA activity
All right.
reported 3 miles south and east of DFW Airport at 2,400.
We're listening to
Rolling southbound.
Dallas-Fort Worth air traffic. Oh, we got the Formula One golf cart. Basically, was going to do Indianapolis, but I couldn't get anything to really come in clearly.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Yeah, that's interesting. This thing was actually pushed right into the cockpit, but it wasn't showing up in there, thankfully.
Winching strap and adapter in position. Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
I guess just shut the door, huh?
Takeoff wind 0109.
RNAV Echo 35 left, clear for takeoff, 329.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Alright. Alright, so we're going to fire these things up. Let's go up to here. Turn on our pumps. Let's get the packs off for more pressure. And we're going to put that to start position. Start valves open. And two is moving. Oil pressure's moving in the right direction.
Clear to land, Bell 2501.
Waiting for 20%.
Unauthorized drone advance happened about 18 minutes ago. About 4 miles south and
Once in motion, here we go.
2,400 meters south on DFW. Let me know if you're in.
Bell 2501.
Okay. Looking good. Still on a positive trend. Let's get the next one going. Start
Operation
valves open.
complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow.
27
Stand by.
Alright, cross 35 left at Echo Kilo, ground point 5.
Cool.
100 bar bearing, 3 negative.
And we just exceeded 20%. Let's go ahead and do that and that. And there. Cool.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you. Okay, after start. Let's get the generators going. And static. I should have turned that on before. Attachment on. Bleeds off. Pressurization on. Oops, off. Igniters. See. Lots of set. Trim. Colors are available. Doodle, absolutely, man. You got that right.
Camera clip 15, visual 35 Okay, clear to land 35 center mark left.
Alright, so let's see. We are. Where are we actually? That might help. See wait, you mean you can't like get it to run at all? Or in general? Like, I haven't been using an X-Plane 11, but what you need to do is go into your plugin administrator, and you won't see it here. You got to go to plugin admin and enable it. And then once you have it enabled, you can get it to work. Okay, so I think we're here. I think, and we're facing east, so we're gonna. Okay, this will be interesting because this is not a very detailed airport.
Cross 35 left at Echo Kilo and 465.
We're gonna turn right up the ramp, then a left, and we could cross runway 5 left, 23, proceed on Alpha. Let's see if we can get that to happen. Oh wait, what's that over there? Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, yeah, so if it won't run, then that's what you gotta do. Yeah, that's cool. I remember reading people had success with that. The few times I've run SIVA, like actually used it, I was successful. Not in X-Plane 11, I haven't done it in a long time, but I would like to do it again. I just did it the manual way. I figured, alright, let me do it like what other SIVA users have to suffer through when they use it in real life. You know, manually putting everything in. It was interesting. That's FedEx over there. Well, according to the airplanes that have been laid out. Alright, so here's Kilo and uniform. So we'll just stop here and verify that. Kilo and uniform. Where do we see Kilo? Kilo. Uniform? Oh yeah, I'm sitting there saying I'm facing this way, but I'm facing east. Like, what a dummy. See? I'm already lost. Okay. So we'll make the left on Kilo, and then we'll make a left on Romeo. And yeah, let's give it a shot. Hey, Black Cats, what's going on?
Make left 15 cross, 135 left, echo kilogram, 0.65 meters back again.
Cross left, echo.
So now that we're on Romeo,
On the other side, American left 15.
we're going to take that to the ends.
So Yankee hold short on the 35 center wing.
Romeo, and then we turn on all our lights. We'll cross the runways here.
Landing 1960 set the tower runway 35 center for lane with 2011.15.
Crewman 35 center for United 1964. Would the left be available?
And there's American 2670 set the tower on 35 left on the way. Start crossing downfield.
Thank you, on up on way 35 left, 2677.
American 891 cross on 35 left and echo kilogram 0.65 meters back. Stand by with the rebound. 13493 traffic 2 out cross on 35 center cross on 35 left ground 0.65 meters back.
Okay, we'll make a right here.
6493 cross on 35 left. 891 dollars to rebound. 891 cross 35 left and forward. Getting 1964 convoy terminal station, people going effort to make it a heavy Airbus departure parallel runway.
United 1964.
Do the Zach and you watch Black Panther. Yeah, it set all these records. Okay, here's the ILS hold line. Okay, good to go. Actually, did I want to make a left there? I'm not even sure. Yeah, we're good. So,
Thank you, Honor. I'm close to takeoff 35 left, American 2677. South 439 Heavy, 30 target up to the runway 35 left on way, traffic roller.
Lufthansa 437, riding up runway 35 left, way.
Straight 917, attack Puerto Lima, hold short runway 35 left, just stay with me.
okay, so 1-4 and 2-2 here. Although why it says 3-2 rather. Why it says the 3-2 on there, I'm not sure. It's really the end of the runway. But all right, cool. Let's see. So once again, we're just gonna have a quick look at the departure, and so it's basically climb on assigned heading, which we assigned ourselves 140. We'll climb up to, let's say, 500 feet AGL, or above field elevation AFE. Then we'll begin a right turn to a 30-degree intercept for Brickyard 174 radial. So we'll turn a 144 rather, and pick up the radial.
Wind 02012, let's take off runway 35 left.
Lufthansa 439 heavy, on up south, up at 256.
Delta Tango. You think the default scenery is loaded as well? I think it's all default on this airport.
Shuttle 5925, defect top, runway 35, center.
Yeah, I don't have a custom. I didn't download anything for it. Alright, so our lights are already on. We're just gonna kill the taxi. And I think we're good. Not a very good lineup. It's not terrible though, considering the angle I was on. Alright dudes, here we go.
Rotate.
Those right here's coming up.
Clear line runway 35, center, Sunco 3504.
Feet. We're gonna go to. I reversed the math before. We gotta go to 204. I think I said 144 before. Okay, begin acceleration. Ups at 5. 170 laps 1. And 190 Black Cats. Yeah, actually Valdude's turned me on to that Well, I didn't realize how good the sounds of the engines were until I saw Valdez did a takeoff like that, and I was like, oh my god. So I just started doing that every time because I love it. Alright, we're through 3,000. I gotta do a full deflection here. I'm like super sensitive on the controls. So we're good here. And we want to accelerate to 250 knots. And there. Got time for a flyby. There's the airport we just took off from. Love flybys. Alright, we're back in the climb. Perfect amount of clouds. Okay, we're about to turn off course. Yeah, exactly. It's a cool river down there. Right? It's flat out here, but it's cool scenery. Trees, land. And then they tell us climb, maintain, fly 1280. Okay, let's begin acceleration at 280 knots. Some crosswind going on here. So trying to get on course here. Alright, you know what I never did was, I keep forgetting these days, forgetting to do like a thrust reduction after 1,000 feet. And it's a memorization item. You really can't work a checklist during a climb like that, during the first 1,000 feet. You're too busy looking at a checklist, really. Landing lights are going to click off at 18,000. FAA recommends anything below 10, and depending, a lot of airline SOPs these days take it up to 18. Some are still doing it at 10 though. A buddy that works for Southwest, he worked for AirTran, and he said with AirTran they were doing it at 10, and then they merged to Southwest, and Southwest does it at 18. I'm not sure what United does it at. So how far should we take this out, right? Alright, so we're taking this out to 75 miles. And there will be a Mystic inbounds on the 002 radial. So that's already set up here. Notice that there's no DME though. Now you might say, well, you might be out of the range, but interestingly, Mystic VORs, one of those VORs that don't have DME. This has a hexagon, and there's no letter D here. And if I look over here, you can see that the off flag is not on, basically. So it's basically giving us an indication that we're getting the radial, and you can see it deflected. I'm going to get on this thing once and for all. Freaking guy. Yeah, and in reality, also, Doodle, they might choose to turn the outboard ones off. Some companies might even choose not to have them on during the takeoff because they are, you know, a drag item. And freaking guy, it's just a, they're so bright that even during the daytime, you can see them quite obvious when you're within a certain angle and it's coming at you. You can see them broad daylight from quite a distance. So if you think about it, the speeds, oh, we're actually above 18. So the speeds at which we're flying these airplanes at, right? Even below 10,000 at 250 knots, two airplanes head on, based on indicated airspeed alone, it's a closure rate of 500 knots. And there's a lot of sky to scan, so if you can catch an airplane visually that much further out, you have that much more time to avoid them. And the other challenge is that, you know, 500 knot closure rate, you can cover several miles, you know, an extremely fast pace where it becomes really dangerously close to one another. So I also think about an airplane, let's say 3 or 4 miles away. Let's say 3 miles. Let's call that 15,000 feet. All right. And the width of a fuselage is what? Maybe 15 feet? Okay, like a 737. I'm not sure how wide it is. Somebody could probably look it up. How wide the fuselage is. It's the widest part of the airplane. The wing, you're not going to see head on because it's a very thin profile when you look at it edge on. So let's say something that's 12 feet wide, 15,000 feet away. It's not against a blue sky. It's not going to catch your eye very quickly. So, what the wind direction is? Wait, what? Can we tell what the? Not on this thing. What I can tell you is that the wind is coming from the westerly direction, because if you look, I'm not lined up with the course. My heading is different than our ground course. Our ground check right now is probably going in this direction. Notice that even though I'm turned to the right, the CDI is stable. Now when I do the flyby, you'll even see the crab angle. See how it's like turned. Obviously, in real life, we wouldn't have that in the airplane, the crab angle viewing option, but we would have pulled up our information on the grounds, you know, winds aloft information, what the wind directions are. So it's 70 some odd miles. Right, 75, we're going to turn a very slight direction change from 174 to 182. And actually what I'm going to do is, look, I'm already facing 190 practically, I'm 189. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the math that was involved, right? 174 to 182 is how many degrees? 8 degrees. And I'm just going to go to 197. And then I'll switch to VORs. Hello, doggy. My dog is here getting her butt rubbed. So all dogs seem to love a good butt rub. Kato Flight, what's going on, man? Thanks for following. Clouds do look nice, don't they? But, they're kind of blocking some photo. So maybe we'll do a little Kavik. She was checking out the window here. So Kavik will, of course, keep the wind direction and everything the same. It's just for the next few minutes, no clouds will be there. Now, whether or not we can... Can't remember. Let's see. Siva... I don't even think we could... I think we could display, if this was aligned and working, if we put this on wind, it would tell us the wind direction, or the drift. I'm not sure, though. I think we got to turn. So let's go, we said 197, right? We'll put this on 182. Switch over to 108, Mark 2. Let's see what that does. Okay, so it's not in this yet, so let's go another... about coming up on cruise altitude. Hey Greg, what's going on, man? That was your I don't know if you went out when you sent me that message or not, but wherever you're doing your activities, I hope it was nice. Yeah, me too. Local park, cool. It's a nice big river over here. Look, I have like multiple sources of ortho. I mean, they're all Google, but unfortunately this area is a little bit patchy. Really nice green representation. This is what it was taken in the fall over here. This is also nice, but it's just maybe it was different time of year, different time of day. I'm going to let it accelerate to 0.74. I know, Greg. What is up with that? Don't they know we need more consistency and when they give us that free stuff? I mean, come on. Check out this like super meandering river going on over here. Cruising along, slicing through the trees. The trees growing around it, I guess. Right into this. Look at it. It's like an exit off the river. You can be kind of tubing down here. Oh, it's just hanging over there. I think it comes off of here or it feeds into the river. I don't know which way it goes. We need direction signs on the rivers. One way. Let's see what river that is. Uh-oh. Come back over here. So let's put it right on 182 and then we'll let the wind blow us back on course. Excuse me. Oh, that looks cool. Listen. Ooh, look at that city. Look at that city out there. A lot of city action. Alright, so we're on our way into Dawn into Mystic. Let's see if we can find that on the sectional chart. Might be the Ohio River, maybe. Maybe we're seeing out here Louisville. Maybe we saw the Blue River, or maybe it was this thing. Okay, hold on a sec. Oh, let's do another round of traffic. Okay, see how the wind is blowing us on course? So now I'm gonna go another, let's see, before 197, right? Let's try and see if that works. Check out the way this land, oh, that's so cool looking. These wedges of property and like all coming to a point here. Through 902, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, I should have done that when I shut my lights off. Thanks. So we need multiple co-pilots. It's helpful. Alright, so we don't know how far we are from the next VOR, although this is starting to move quick. We gotta be getting close now. We're making a big heading change over Mystic. And it's gonna be to a heading of basically 273 to Pocket City. So what I should do, but let's see, this should be active. I should add 113.3 in standby. And you said 273, right? And I am picking it up. Oh, there it goes. So let's just go to 273. And being that it is 72 miles away, it's probably not going to be too far off center. Actually, we're still sort of intercepting it. So I'm going to shallow out the angle and maybe intercept it at 45. Uh-oh, we got some high-speed clacker action. Was going to cruise at 0.74, but along with forgetting to hit set 2992, I forgot to set my cruise power. Let's see, the flight's going quite smooth so far. Alright, so we're on 113.3. And we'll see where we're at. Alright, it's already centered, so let's just go the rest of the way. I love this sort of turn, like the cockpit view. You got the eyebrow windows. When you're in a turn, you're kind of looking out this way. It just looks so cool. It's like screenshot material. Exactly, we're loving the view out the window. That's why people become pilots, right? They just want to fly like a bird and look at the world from such a high altitude. So I'm always kind of amazed when people say, "Dad, I don't want an ortho. I don't care about ortho. Don't need it." But yet, you kind of get to enjoy the view of the world, which is what I think many people enjoyed it too when they go flying. You look out the window and see, whoa, look at that. It's denial. Exactly. Right? Alright, so let's have another look at what we're going to set up next. So Pocket City Alpine is going to be 260. So I'll set that on here. And then the next frequency will be into Farmington. 115.7. 15.7. And given that the VOR is called Farmington, I'm going to assume we're going to see a good amount of farmland. Oh, cool. Check that out. Let me see something here. This here. So we calibrated my review there. Alright, so basically we are in this area. And we go to roads. So I think we just passed maybe Tell City. Congested area of population and river coming around here. Yeah. Course. So we're going to go over a browner area of Ortho. That's alright, once we're over it, it'll be like, okay, it still looks cool. Move the IXCG and it may have the edge on the Zebo. I think it's close. Yeah, a lot of people love the Zebo. It's become the Zebo modification. Check out this city here. Okay, so kind of, if you look over here, you got Rockport, and then you got this Owensboro, and a big airport off to the side. So I'm thinking that might be Owensboro. Although I'm not sure because we're not on warp section. Maybe it is. I just feel like based on where this is, this should be much further. Maybe this is Cloverport. Maybe that's where this is. Hold on. Let's do this. It's GPS that. And it's 56 miles to the next VOR. And this says 38. So if we were here, that's 35. Alright, so we are in this area. 37. Need me to try to confirm it? Yeah, but if the IXCG has a slight edge, why would I bother? I will, probably. Here's that airport we were just talking about. Right there. See the intersecting runways. I'll be one of the guys that, you know, say, oh yeah, it's a really great airplane. The IXCG has a slight edge over it. But I've never flown it myself. I'll give my internet opinion. Coming along here, coming off. Ooh, let's go. Oh, nice. Got some X-plane water effects. A little sunlight ripple. Oh, that's cool. This is some good OSM data on the river. It's like the overlay is perfect almost. You know, when you get the little islands in there. Sometimes on rivers that have these islands, they get covered up by the water texture. Alright, we're holding course. 20 miles to go. We're going to turn a 260 course. What city is this? So this is Terre Haute. See how much bigger that is. You should see the airport north of the city. Let's lead back. City. Here's their airport. You can see the two runways converging. Oh, it's got some 3D X-plane stuff on it. I think by the year 2029, about 85% of the United States will be covered in GPB 500 airports. How's that? Is that realistic, Greg? We gotta get on course again. No. What? It's only you have. Actually, yeah, that's only 11 years. Probably take us until us. Listen to this us stuff. Let's see. Yeah, maybe 2033. Wow, look at that. A little side of the river there. So that might be not even on the map. Don't even know. It's like in this area here. I don't think it's Mount Vernon, is it? Another one over here. Look at that. You see? Right here. Yeah. See that little island here? And then you have Mount Vernon, and then you got Uniontown, right? So here's this island. Mount Vernon. And I'm guessing that's Uniontown. That's my dog. She's ready for dinner. But, thankfully I'm not feeding her tonight. I'll have to break away from the cockpit. Why am I so off? Oh, that's right. We're just across the VOR. Alright, so we gotta go, let's go to 26. Well, we're gonna end up on 264, but what's this intercept? Go to 250. Oh, we lost our live ATC. I don't know why it shuts off every once in a while. See if we can get a better feed going.
2783 is ready to take.
Let's see, which one am I listening to?
Oh, Mark. 1357 visual 357. We're ready. You are ready, okay.
This is, oh, it doesn't tell us.
American 1357, 357 and 32011 clear land, company mile final.
Alright, follow the company, clear land 357, American 1360.
This is 2933, contact, call tonight.
Contact Clark, Clear number 3.
I think I'm on Tower East. Alright, it sounds a little cleaner. Let's make it louder. A little town there. Oops. That might be the Wabash River, you think? This little thin river here. Yeah, this wider river and this also squiggly river going to Carmi. Let's see if there's an airport to the right of the town. There it is. There's the airport. So it's small. Whoops. was nice to see that runway lined up very nicely. Despite it being such a small...
2238, park on the east side. 2238, thank you, Whiskey Kilo, cross 36 right, and then taxi via the Yankee route. Contact ground point 65 on the bridge, good day.
That would be pretty cool to do on a real airliner flight. Like, get the routing and you bring a sectional. Well, you wouldn't even need to bring a sectional chart. You just have your iPad. Go on Sky Vector. You guys should try that next time you go flying. Bring your iPad or whatever sort of device you're using. Spot landmarks. Okay, so this is not near a river, but there's a road connecting these two towns here. So I'm guessing that's Carmi, North City. Carmi, North City. We're way off course, of course. It's up laying around here. I think I've got to use the VOR feature so people got the window. Do a flyby. Oh, look at the flyby in the crab angle. Turn. On the approach page, you have rough speeds for different flap settings. Do you need to add any speed to those numbers, like plus and... No, you don't. It by default says +5 on the bottom, but it doesn't like. I haven't had a point where I found where I can like change the number myself. It just tells you what the VREF is, and then toward the bottom of that page it'll say VREF +05. Now you might be able to change it to 10, but it won't change the numbers above in the flap settings. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, that number. So it's supposed to take into the account everything, your weight and your flap setting. I always check it at the end. But one thing I noticed is that it doesn't... like let's say I do a touch and go and I keep flying around for half an hour. I've never seen it get lower, which it should. Like this airplane will. FlyJSim will do that. So here, put it on landing right now, and it says VREF is 134, but flaps 30. And if I leave this up, you'll see it drop down to like, 133. But maybe on the XCJ I just haven't flown around long enough for it to see it happen, And then if you change this, you see it changing. Alright, so we're 45 miles outbound over here.
2316, wind 04010. Out at the Haskell, 236 right, for pickup.
Let's just see where this point is. 41 miles out. And what does it say? 47. So we're somewhere around here. And we can see Rend Lake and maybe this lake down here, Crab Orchard Lake. Right off our nose. So. Oh, look at that little city down there. So straight. Main road, commercial district, residential. So that I guess might be like, maybe that's this, Thompsonville. Look how straight that is. Is there a little body of water? can't tell. I feel like I'm too far on top of
Yankee,
it.
hold short, 36 right.
Echo, Yankee, hold for 36 left.
Okay, this is Lake here. Maybe we were looking at West Frankfurt. Even that's like elongated. Because here's the lake, Ren Lake. I think. There's a little finger action coming off of here. So we're seeing those fingers coming off. There's an airport down there. Stick our head out the window. So that is Southern Illinois Airport. Veterans of Southern Illinois Airport. Town of Heron. Carbondale. Murfreesboro. That's Murfreesboro.
Yankee, hold short, 36 right.
Echo Yankee, short of 36 right, American. 1468.
Some nice little puffy clouds dotting the landscape.
Alaska 642 traffic will hold in position. Cross running 36 right at Yankee. Contact ground point 65 on top of the bridge.
Okay, start off ground. For Alaska,
Alright, 2260, contact regional barge. Good day.
Take care, American 2260.
So I'm just comparing my left and right view.
Right, 2369, RNAP at Haskell. Running 36 right, look, take
I
up.
want to like get closer to the window.
Trimming 719,
Do
36
this.
right, line of flight, traffic will cross subfield.
Yeah, still see just a little bit of the indicator. Look down. Save it like that. Okay.
I'm board 3785
With 3785, DFW target afternoon, White 3507. Running 36 left, clear to land, number 1.
Clear land 36 left. Start 37.
So it works. I'll have to play around with it some more.
Right, 1468, traffic will hold in position. Cross running 36 right at Yankee.
That is cool. Look at this river. A little bit of mountain ripple action going on here.
Reckoning 37, taxi Echo and Yankee. Hold short, 36 right.
73 miles out. We probably should be switching over to another VOR by this point.
Regional barge, good day.
Today, American 2369.
So we're on Pocket City.
Sterling
Farmington.
719, RNAP 2 Haskell.
So this is
119,
119. So the switchover point was really 60.
Right, 2778, DFW target afternoon, running 36 right, line of wood.
And inbound to that VOR was 261. So we gotta put this on 261. What I gotta do is line this up. Select 115.7. 261.
American 1520, visual 361.
Right, 2778, don't have 2G line,
Local
running
average
36
traffic,
right,
yeah.
left takeoff. Right, 2745, did target afternoon, running 36 right, on a boy.
Sort of rougher terrain. Road going like right along the
Right, 1520, DFW,
bottom
center
of
point
these hills.
3408, running 36 left, clear to land, you're 12 and Emperor 175.
Fairland 36 left, American 1520.
Screwing 798, contact regional departure, good day.
Oh, that is cool looking. Yeah, I think the rotation effect is improved in 109.
Breaking 2745, Horn Ave 2 Haskell, running 36 right, left takeoff.
Let's check something here.
Runway 3881, DFW, target afternoon, traffic will cross upfield, running 36 right, on a boy.
Let's do this.
Right, 2778, contact regional departure, good day.
2778, get it.
American 1278, we're 1 mile from Bobbitt for
Right, 1278, DFW, target afternoon, wind 3408. Running 36 left, clear to land, you're 3 miles from Sheldon, Airbus 321, currently showing you 50 knots faster.
Alright, we're slowing American 1278, we're clear to land 36 left.
American 837, traffic will hold in position, cross 36 right at Yankee, contact ground point 65 on top of the bridge.
I don't even know what this is supposed to do. I thought it was supposed to adjust the rotation of the clouds.
Running 36 right.
Affirmative, American 1278, we can go to 36 right.
1278, localizing frequency is 110.55. Traffic Embraer 145 in position, will depart for your level, change to clear to land, running 36 right.
Clear to land 36 right, American 1278.
Right, 2745, contact regional.
They do exist, but not consistently, and that's something that
Over 3785, which
I think is supposed to have been modified.
Now we're going to Bravo 6, sir. Wait, 3785.
Oh, you're right,
36
and
right,
the-
Whiskey Kilo.
The best cloud shadows was an X-Plane 10 with
Wait, 3881 on F, the G-line, running 36 right.
real terrays.
36 right, clear to take off on MG.
But just the quality of the clouds was minimum, you know. 2D clouds, yeah.
31, dude. Target afternoon, 13309er. Running 36 left, clear to land, traffic going.
Yeah, synchronized cloud rotation. Alright, the outbound course, this is some nice terrain out here. Inbound 2 is 263, so not much of a change. So I'll put that here. And then Springfield's next, 116.9.
.55 for 36 right. 1055.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Right, 1520, what side do you park?
I'm going to probably 29.
At 1520, taxi be Echo on Yankee, hold short, 36 right.
Echo Yankee first.
Highway 3881, contact regional departure, cadet.
Russian 838. Tower American 1386, visual 36 left.
Decent sized town up here. We are 15 miles out from Farmington, what's that? 115.7. So 115.7, we're 15 miles away from it, so I think we're seeing Fredericktown. See this big highway, and we'll have Farmington up to the north. might be into those clouds right there.
Runway 3785 at Whiskey Kilo. Ground running 36 right, heading ground point 85.
Back cross 36 right, ground point 8, final runway 37.
Right 1278, taxi at Foxtrot at Yankee, heading ground point 69, top of the bridge. Give way to an Airbus 321 at Yankee, please.
Foxtrot and Yankee, give way at Yankee for an Airbus will contact down the bridge and
1520, cross running 36.
What works pretty good on this is instead of having to go to heading select, when you're within about like in another 2 miles, I'll just change this to 263. It won't bother turning much. It'll just track it outbound. Whereas if we were 20 miles out and I changed this, it would turn to the left to grab it and then go inbound on that heading. Usually. Right now I'm going to do it. It's going to like completely turn, but hopefully not.
Air Shuttle 5710 just outside of bottom 365.
So here, I'll do 263.
5710,
He started to turn a little bit, but it's just going to sort of hold it. And then once we cross the station, it will like make the adjustment then.
Runway 35, 27 into target F-man, turn left heading 340. Running 36 right, I'll pick up. Left 340, pick up 36 right, runway 35, 27.
See it down here.
Comes 5731, exit this high speed, taxi at Echo, and Whiskey Juliet, hold short 36 right. Echo Whiskey Juliet, hold short 36 right, 5730.
DFW Tower, good afternoon, American 2576, 36 left.
2576, DFW Tower, good afternoon, 13306. Running 36 left, Port of Land, your 12 Canada Air Regional Jet.
Alright, clear land 36 left, American 2576.
DFW Tower, good afternoon, traffic will cross upfield, running 36 right, on a boy.
5 way, 36 right, American.
Mice Buster. Yeah, it's a fun plane to fly, dude. Yeah. Absolutely. Although the next leg, if I do another leg, will probably be the 733.
Cup 5731, traffic will hold in position. Cross running 36 right up Whiskey Juliet. Taxi via Foxtrot, Yankee, got a ground 165, top of the bridge.
Foxtrot, cross runway 36 right, Foxtrot, Yankee, and 165.
Break 1386, where do you park?
We are going in 5, 6, or 7, we think.
Break 1386, taxi Echo 1 Yankee, hold short 36 right.
Echo Yankee, short 36 right, Mike, 1386.
Runway 3527, contact regional departure, good day.
Road departure, 13527.
Looks pretty even.
American 1542, visual station.
Mr. Firewire, how are you?
American 1083, or now 2 Haskell, running 36 right, book takeoff.
Alright, so we're outbound. Here,
Right,
let's set
1542,
our power
DFW
saying
Tower, good
that.
afternoon, for 3607. Running 36 left, clear to land, cash, but your 170 going 747, will depart parallel.
Hey, clear to land 36 left, American 1542.
Oh, cool, Mice Buster, you got it to you got it working for yourself. Awesome. Somebody was just talking about it earlier. Just getting it set up to work.
Visual 5710, taxi Echo, and Whiskey Juliet, hold short 36 right.
Some nice terrain out here. Flew in a IRLGA aircraft for the first time. Oh, cool, Firewire. That's awesome. Taco, how's it going, man? You get your ortho working, dude? Did you try solving it with the what the hell is it? The stuff that you
1386.
What software is that? Python.
Contact ground point 65 top of the bridge.
Did you try installing the newer Python?
1386. Thank you.
American 1083, contact regional departure. Good day.
American 1083, good day.
You did not try putting in the newer Python?
Dynasty 5253, heavy DFW tower, good afternoon, traffic 3 miles final, set Whiskey Romeo, cross 2336 left.
So you're using the Python that Ortho 4XP says to use. Yeah, what version are you running, Taco?
Dynasty 5253, heavy wind 020 at 10, RNAV 2 Haskell, runway 36 right, cleared for takeoff.
Because I thought you said you had 2.7 in there for FlyJSim economy.
Right, 2576, exit next high speed, cross friction, taxi via Echo and Yankee, hold short for 36 right at Yankee, please.
Did you put a post on X-Plane org forums in
target afternoon 103011. Gosh, which was heavy going 747 departing parallel, running 36 left, cleared to land.
Clear to land, 36 left, American 38. Tower American 36 left.
X357, DFW tower, 103010, running 36 left, cleared to land, here 12 and MD 80.
Clear to land, 36 left, American 37.
You should post a message in there. I mean, those guys are the experts. And maybe a screenshot of, like, like of how everything is being redirected. All the files are being made, but they're being put in like whatever directory they're going into, you know.
1542, taxi Echo and Yankee, hold short, McPherson's right.
Okay, yeah, and explain all that. I reinstalled Windows. I have the following things installed. Apparently he'll explain it, but when he runs a tile, it doesn't put it in folders. It like just dumps the entire output is going into like the wrong place. So he doesn't come out with like a tile folder with everything that he needs in the right folders.
Heavy contact regional departure 125.12. Good day.
38 miles out of Farmington.
Back at 944 DFW turn at 36 right, line of way traffic is crossing upfield.
So let's see how far that is. Take a point here. So that's 39 miles. That was a nice guess. Salem is coming up on the right.
1542 traffic holds in position.
Ozark Scenic Riverways on the left. Wow, that might be a nice thing to fly down on GA. Excuse me.
Exit here is Echo 2. Echo 138, expedite to the next high speed company, short funnel.
Oh yeah, did you do the? Did you do the EXE version? That's a good point. JSAP helped me. I ran the EXE version, and overall it worked just fine. But there was a couple of things that JSAP helped me install the version before they had the EXE that was a lot more tricky to install. And as he was walking me through, I was like, wow, yeah, I could see how this would be hard to do.
781 target afternoon, 1020. Make 36 left, clear to land, you're on Boeing 737.
Clear to land, 36 left, American 781.
Track 944 on F 2 G-line. Running 36 right, clear for takeoff.
Running G-line, takeoff, American 944.
This little town here. What town that is?
Runway
Maybe
3441 into American F 936 right on a void traffic will cross upfield.
Bunker. See the town of Bunker and all these roads feeding into it.
Right 357, hold short, 36 right at Taxiway Whiskey
Might that
Kilo.
be it? There's a little waterway over there. Body of water. Maybe that's it. I don't know. It's kind of cool though. It's like all these hills and these little flat spots, roads set up, some land.
Right 357, traffic holds in position, cross running 36 right at Whiskey Kilo, where do you park?
Cross 36 right with Tequila, we full park now, 35.
Right 357, thank you, taxi
But,
Foxtrot and Yankee, contact ground point 65, top of the bridge.
Foxtrot Yankee, ground point 65, top of the bridge, American 367.
Take a 138, cross running 36 right at Yankee, contact ground point 65 on top of the
Oh
bridge.
wow, look at that.
Cross 36 right at Yankee, American 368,
American 944, contact regional, departure, good day.
Departure, American 944, please.
Sarah, Shell 5790 inbound 26 left, visual.
National 5790 DFW, Sarah, good afternoon, 1020.
So that's Salem. So there's an airport, Salem Memorial.
Roger, 31 and Shell 59.
Somewhere over here, I'm
36 left,
guessing.
Shell 5790.
Oh, here it is. Real small.
Runway 3441, turn left heading 340, running 36 right, clear for takeoff.
Left heading 340, 36 right, clear for takeoff, on flight 3441.
American 1215, what's your gate number?
Down, running
1215, right, taxi via Echo and Golf 8, hold short, 36 right.
I think for him it's downloading the stuff, it's just not putting it in the right places. That's what it sounds like.
And American 1215, if you could make an early call to ramp, we'll fix the gate, maybe out of bed still.
Miles between VORs is 74. Oh man, we must be really right up on Springfield at this point. I'm not paying attention. I'm paying even less attention now with the autopilot tracking this thing. Alright, hold on, let's see what happens here.
Runway 3441, contact regional, departure, good day.
Marginal voice 644.
Visual 5806.
Oh, no, okay.
Good
Yeah.
afternoon, 10107. Running 36 left, clear to land in Charlotte, Canada, regional jet.
Oh, it was 149 miles. I read the wrong box. So, 150, basically halfway point's going to be 75, 74.5.
For now. So Hills 119, DFW Terra, good afternoon, running 36 right on a void.
On a voice 36 right, for Hills 119.
Hills 119, 1020 at 8. Cashway Terminal Streets Park was member regional jet. On at the G-Vine, running 36 right, clear for takeoff.
On a G-Vine, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff, for Hills 119.
American 781. Second right,
It
turning
works
east,
fine,
hold short,
meaning
36 right.
it downloads the
Hold short,
pictures.
36 right, American
Does it make the
71.
tile? Yeah, it's, OSM's not going to do it. Alright, we're at the halfway point. We need to go to 258. 58. See, this is why it's gonna just do it. Turn back and forth. I should have gone to heading select mode.
Where you're at now. Let me know when your gator spot is up.
Ooh, passenger livery. What's going on here?
Racket 781, cross running 36 right at Yankee. Contact ground 0.65 on top of the bridge.
Yankee, cross 36 right, 0.65 bridge, American 781.
Clear 197 Echo Charlie, DFW target.
We're still on 2.7 and it builds tiles for your fiber? Okay, that's good to know. So then it might not be the Python. The reason I even said stuff about Python is because at one point Taco, last time we were talking about this, he said that it was downloading everything as Python files, if I remember correctly. But, oh, maybe it's something to do with that.
Racket local 946 DFW tax, taxiway Bravo, cross running 36 right, hold short 36 left.
Cross 36 right, hold short 36 left, local 946.
Short 5790, cross running 36 right at Whiskey Kilo, and connect ground 185.
Cross 36 right at Whiskey Kilo, contact ground, 0.25
1402, up, sir.
At 1402 DFW target afternoon, wind 03013. 36 left, clear to land, on a layer, on a 4.5 mile mile.
Clear to land, 33 left, 1402.
Yeah, they would put it in my archive.
Echo Charlie.
37 Echo Charlie.
So just to make sure, you got in your... You know what you should do? You should post a screenshot of the following. Open up your Ortho4XP folder and post a screenshot of this in this view. Make sure, and then in here, you know, you should have, when you run a tile, it should put all the ortho folders in the ortho photos folder. You should be getting these. Ortho4XP, ortho photos, then the source and all that, right? And then as it builds them into GDS, it should be putting it into the tiles folder. And then you should have this structure. And then it should be coming with GDS files that in Windows 10 will actually preview if you have it under thumbnail view. But you just can't zoom in on them. And then the overlay, if you're talking about the overlay folder, I mean, this is the trivial one. That's like something to worry about later. The main thing is that you're building tiles with this naming structure and file structure, and that the ortho photos are coming through in these section.
DFW Tower, American 550 coming up from shore.
American 550 DFW tower, good afternoon. Wind 010 at Niner, gust 16. 36 left, clear to land in Trove and Airbus 321.
36 left, clear to land, American 550.
Initial D04 ground point, 85 please.
Let's do a flyby. I haven't done a lot of flybys on this flight.
Layer 7 Echo Charlie, to the next place. 2 remain district 16.
Yeah, and yeah. I would I would definitely do that. Just put a post on there.
Way 3432.
Continue talking about it here, but you're gonna get a lot of people seeing that, and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that's this problem." And hopefully the response will be in plain English versus techno babble. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you gotta get it working. Let's try one from the other side. Oh, look at the moon.
1402, taxi Echo and Yankee, hold short at 36 right.
Echo Yankee, hold short, 36 right, rank 1402.
Mission 5742 to American Avenue, 102011, gust 16. Running 36 left, clear to land, your 12 and Emperor 145. Runway 3445, needs to be stern, running 36 right, line of way, traffic will cross the field.
Line of way, 36 right, envoy 3445.
Alright, we're 35 miles out from the next VOR. Oops. So we're on our way to Springfield. And then we're going to turn a big turn. We're going to turn a big turn, guys. In case if you don't understand what the heck that means, I mean we're going to make a big turn. 206 outbound. And it'll be Razorback next. Surgical 116.4. Here. Nice, like, junction of 3 different timings of photo.
Echo Yankee short of 36 right.
I'm in your neck, 2015. Neck of the woods. Cool. Where do you live? Let's see, how many miles out are we from Springfield? 26.
7 Echo Charlie, cross running 36 right. Taxi straight ahead on Yankee on top of the bridge. Contact ground control 121.65.
That's 42. Let's get rid of that. Be about there.
Right, 1402, cross running 36 right at Yankee. Contact ground 165, top of the bridge.
Good across 36 right, Yankee.
So we're seeing the town of Marshfield.
3445, contact regional.
See the highway coming in on it.
What is Departure envoy 3445?
Highway.
550, cross running 36 right at Yankee. Contact ground 165 on top of the bridge.
American 550, clear across at Yankee and 65.
It's like summer, fall, or maybe spring, and just winter. Kind of dry looking, leaves off the trees.
3432, cross running 36 right at Whiskey Kilo.
Definitely prefer the summer, although close second is this. 10 minutes from St. Louis. Oh, cool. Out there. And so let's see, we just passed Marshfield. Another town that we just saw maybe is Phillipsburg or Conway. Wait, was it on the road? No, that might be
5928, DFW turn at 36 right.
Town of Buffalo. See how the road comes up, turns in, goes up, and turns to the left. Let's see if it does that. Goes up, turns in, goes up, and then to the left into the 8s. So that's Buffalo. We're passing Buffalo.
Control 5928, RNAV to G-Vine, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
This little lake there. It's called Prong Lake. No, I'm just making that up.
Control
And
57.
then here is Springfield. And here's that lake right there. You see the 2 fingers sticking out here. And we better get ready to turn 206, I think it was. So let's try this. I'm going to go 206. See how it's not trying to do anything crazy? It's going to now make the turn as we What we'll do is we'll go to the side view here. Maybe we'll do the wing view. And then when the autopilot makes the turn, you can enjoy the wing view. I'll go with seat back.
National 5742, before you make the next turn, if you could just make an early call to ramp, see if they have an open spot for you. National 5928, contact regional forge, good day.
I'm assuming I'm still in VOR localizer tracking mode. Give it another minute or so. If it keeps going straight, then I might have accidentally switched it to heading, selector, nothing. Should be a bummer.
Right, 25,
Oh, there we go.
Good afternoon, running 36 right, on a void.
Oh, look at the water rippling.
Right, 2505, RNAV 2 Haskell, running 36 right, clear for takeoff.
It's even in there. Even in that little one. Nice.
Show 5742, thanks. I'll enter 36 right, it'll be just a moment, I'll get you moving.
Now, gate these up and go to 1133.
Right, 1215, thank you. Hold short to 36 right at full, please.
Go short, 36 right on the
Springfield, everybody. Now we're re-intercepting. Little towns here and over there. Big lake over there. So I'm guessing that since we're on our way down here, we might have been seeing maybe Ash Grove or Mount Vernon or maybe even Halltown. Boys to Arc. How do you say that? Boys.
National 5742, cross running 36 right at Whiskey Juliet, I connect ground 185.
Doing this road going right into there.
Contact regional forge, good
Big
day.
city over here. So you see this highway kind of shooting down here. It might be Mount Vernon. Right? Mount Vernon, a little step left, straight ahead over there. Let's see if it does that. It does sort of turn straight, curve again. So maybe that's what we're seeing here depicted. Maybe. And then we have this one. It's a thinner road compared to this highway looking. And that would be coming down this way to Marionville or Aurora. Give me some trim action. Let's just make sure everything's okay here. So we had a wind load which caused probably some altitude deviation. But when I hear the trim wheel suddenly doing its work, I always want to make sure I didn't accidentally disengage the autopilot. Ooh, now that's a nice sword though. There. Wow, look at all that.
Runway 36 left, clear to land number 1. Traffic off your right, so it'll be an Airbus 319 landing the East Complex.
Okay, we have the traffic inside, clear land 36 left, Cathay 090.
Cam's absurd. What's going on? We see that you're relatively new here, so welcome. Necromoblus. What's going on? Yes, we just passed Springfield, Illinois. Yeah. Oh, cool. Taco, feel free to post a link to what you put in there. Major Highways 44. Cool, thanks. Yeah, I think I saw that on the chart, actually. Wow, that is cool. I see an airport out there, too. You see this complex rivers, things coming together. So oh yeah, this is what we're seeing here. Holy cow, look at all this. Maybe we're seeing Branson out there. It's a pretty big airport. See how the runway is sort of perpendicular to our vantage point, and it's after some of this big water here. So you got all the water here, and then we already passed that point, but that might be Branson. See a lot more out there too. So let's just double check something on the chart real quick. Because pretty soon the arrival is going to begin. The arrival begins over... Let's see, the arrival begins, I think, over Fort Smith. Let's go here, back here.
National 5895 needs to be target at 936 right.
5 arrival at Fort Smith. Alright, so we still got some time. Okay, Razorback is 116.4 inbound on the 025. And it's 77 miles between the ORs. Just gotta enjoy that view for a few more minutes because that is cool looking. Oh, good fishing out there, nice.
Runway 3592, contact regional large, good day.
Contact regional runway 3592.
National 5895, going to have 2 G-Vine, runway 36 right, for pickup.
I got G-Vine 26 right.
Yeah, I don't see a new topic in there. You might want to try and make sure you posted it. Do you still have the screen that you wrote it up in? Maybe you didn't actually hit post. Oops.
Cathay 090, heavy taxi will be at shortly to the ramp, remain this frequency.
TJ Amon, what's going on? Oh, it's pending approval. Okay. That's weird. I've never had something to pend approval in that form. You put it in...
5895, contact regional large, good day.
And it's under the Ortho 4XP section, right? Is it maybe because, I don't know, did you say for first time people doing it there? I'm not sure. Or maybe that's new. Damn.
Break 1309, 1309 needs to be target afternoon. Are you ready for departure? 1309, wind check 040 with 10.
It's just a
Arnett
shape.
to Haskell, running 36 right, for takeoff.
So interesting.
Good takeoff, 36 right.
Okay, cool, Taco. Yeah, you should be fine then. I bet within an hour or so. Necromobius, thanks for hosting. Oh, following rather. Thank you for the following. Much appreciated. Okay, here comes a nice area of city population, which is basically gotta be Razorback. Wow, we're already that close to it. No, are we? Maybe. Let's see. 63, yeah. Yeah, wow, I was just staring at the scenery so long. Razorback is 116.4. So it's 13 miles away. We should have switched halfway over. Inbound on Razorback was, what did we say, 025. So what I'll do is I'll do this. I'll put this on 2. I should have put heading select on, but okay. I didn't. So we're going to do a few S turns, I think. But if the turns are coordinated, the passengers won't feel the thing. That looks cool. And then once we cross the Fayetteville and what is that? Springdale, Fayetteville, Rogers. Once you cross Razorback VOR, let's see if we can go outbound on the there is I guess we'll follow 187. It's a Q route, but we're technically not on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and dial in 187 now. Okay. Taco. Ah, thanks, man. Man, look at that, huh? Check out that building with the red roofs. Here's the airport. Fairly substantial in size, of course. Alright, so let's just make sure we're set up for the next VOR, which is Fort Smith. It's only 52 miles away. 110.4. So I don't really need this to be on that anymore. That's 110.4. And let's put 110.4 in here also. And then if it was, let's go to 186. So 52, divide that in half, and got 26, right? 26 miles out, we'll switch over to Fayetteville. Well, that's what I'm saying now, but of course, ooh, wow, that's beautiful right there. Yeah. I gotta remember to come out here and do some GA flying. This is really nice. So that was this. So I, hold on. VFR. So all this Ripley land here, mountainous. Ripley. That's like a technical term, Ripley. Wow. Look at that right there. It's like these layers, these steps. Let's set our binoculars. The vanity plate action, nice. No, I don't.
Okay, 2329, need to be target afternoon, wind 03011. 4.5, 2 Haskell, 136 right, book to go.
It's nice at this side too, even though it's flatter. Alright, we must be, almost at the halfway point. Perfect. So I'll do, it's good. Wind correction going on here. Let's go to heading mode. And then we'll switch over to 110.4. And then we'll put in 186.
Keep the mission uniform. Departure vectors, no current for all aircraft, altimeter 3006.
Here.
National 5833 DFW target
Why is
afternoon,
this
wind
CDI coming
03010. Gosh, winter was previous problem, heavy Boeing 747. 236 left for line number 1.
Oh wow, hold on a second. No, Portsmouth is a Vortac, but it has a compass rose, so we should be getting. That's really weird. Oh, well, let's just go to. I don't know if I'll be able to hear it. There it is. Alright, I have the right identifier.
Pushing departure for 2329. Good day.
Yep, that's correct.
Take 1123 DFW, you ready for departure?
Thanks for American.
Take 1123, winds
There's no way I could be out that far, of course, but
running 36 right, where will they go?
let's just turn toward it. Well, actually, it is working. RMI is showing it, but okay. I don't like these navigational issues distracting us from our ortho viewing. I mean, come on, right? That's a cool looking river. So this river is the Arkansas River. Once we cross here, we'll be on the arrival. And out of Fort Smith is the 215. Arkansas River just kind of going on out there into Arkansas. Oh, there's a big lake out that way. And basically, let's see, that is Robert S. Kerr Reservoir. Okay, so 215. 215, right? Alright, so we gotta go to 215. Let's go there right now. Let's go to 240. This has to be on 215. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at this little rolling hills here. These little mountains.
American 1123, Connect Park, good day.
Country American 1120.
Let's go to keep it 235. 20-degree intercept. This is why I set up my views like this. We can look out the window, but you can still monitor your nav instruments. But gee, I gotta go further out. I set it up so that I still look further out, 45-degree, but still got a chunk in there. Only when you go out to here, or rather there, then you lose it all. But see, like this photo is a little more washed out than this, but not to worry. We'll be past that. We'll just do this right. There you go. Still not coming in. Let's try a little bit further right. Okay, so we're basically on the arrival now. So the 215 radial. Is there any crossing restrictions? Well, that's pretty weird, isn't it? You have to like get down to this altitude by this point. So ATC would be doing all of that, right? So what we'll do is we want to be basically down. We'll do the MEA 5,000 by Bonham into Finger. So we gotta get down to 5,000 by Finger. So we're gonna do a little math now. Let's see if that radio one day comes back in. What is the next,
Howard on the 2688 or runway 367. Up there 2688, DF to the tower, run 36 left on land, wind 030. Clear to land, runway 360.
yeah, next VOR is 114.6.
American 2372, DF to the tower, runway 36 right, line up and wait.
Try line up and wait, right.
So let's just see something.
KDFW Town, Boy 3451 is about 10 and a half out on the visual from wind 26 left.
Runway 3451, DF to the tower, runway 36 left on land,
Yeah, it is moving just very, very slowly.
Runway 26 left on Boy 3451.
I was about to bail on it, but it is moving, so it's working. Beautiful thing about RMIs. Very interesting. Rolling hills, similar to on the East Coast. Yeah, look at these. That is really cool. I had no idea these were here. And what's interesting, here it comes. What's interesting is you don't see those on the sectional very clearly. Ah, yeah, they are there. Never mind. Okay. Alright. Let's go back to this and let it intercept it for us. And then What weather clouds am I using, Padawan? Right now I'm using, we're doing X-Enviro 106 with the experimental cloud pack, set 1. Although there's no clouds at the moment, but you saw them earlier. Alright, so we gotta get down to 5,000.
2589 on FG, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
I have design.
Copy 5715, DFW Tower, runway 36 right, line up point.
36 right line.
Ran for 2372, contact
Three, so let's call it,
2372, guys.
69 miles out, 79 miles out. Yeah. Yeah, Dallas Fort Worth, yes. Okay, so we're gonna call it 79 miles. So from on to the VOR is
Copy 5715 on Haskell, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
Under Haskell, clear for takeoff, 36 right.
okay. So 62 miles out from here on is when I want to start my descent. Basically, just before Pearl. We're taking this one out to 30. What are we at now? 45. So it's 30 plus 42.5 is 62.5 is where Miami is. Interestingly, you see how there's no DME arrow here? So they're kind of trying to tell you, like, don't rely on DME necessarily to identify Miami. So they give me the cross radial out of McAllister at 12.0. So for now, we can put that 112. What's that? 112.0. Leave that active for now. And then that cross radial would be the 122. So as soon as we drag this needle onto the 122, we'd be over there. Look at this crosswind that we're basically having going on here. We're tracking over the ground just fine. We're heading this way. Our nose is pointing that way. Let's watch it in the flyby effect here. Oh yeah. Alright, I'll check that out. What do you mean? As far as the overlays? Yeah, if you go into, if you want to just get the overlays and not to create them, go to Fork Boy. Just Google Fork Boy Scenery Project. And it'll take you to a thread on the org. And when you scroll, like, it's a huge first page because it has so much information. And you can download his overlays, which is actually nice. He hasn't done the whole US yet, unless he recently updated it. So you can get a lot of the stuff covered. Alright, so we're getting closer to the 121 radial. And again, that'll put us over Miami. 145 radial is early, but then by then we'll be on the bottom. So we're gonna switch over to the bottom at that point. Once we hit this. I love that screen name, Fork Boy. I just picture a dude in overalls, yeah, holding a pitchfork. making scenery, flying simulators.
731, DFW Tower, 136 right, line up away, traffic across.
Alright, let's go back to heading select. Now,
Onboard 34, 51, traffic going
and we're going to put this here.
ground 185.
Cross 36 right, ground 185,
14.6, right?
451.
731, DFW Tower, 136 right, line up away, traffic across.
36 right, line away.
Okay. And then
Onboard 3698, contact departure.
track it ourselves for now.
Over departure, we'll see you 3698.
Yeah, look at this. Really, it's like these. You can see like these ripples in the land.
Altitude 731, RNAV to half, full runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
Yeah, it's really cool.
36 right, take us to the subsystem.
Wow. It's like these really sort of gentle. It's like speed bumps or like moguls, but long moguls. You know. This looks circular in pattern here.
Easy 42, DFW.
Like, you know, looking on the sectional chart, I mean, you
left altitude.
might think, all right, that might look neat, but you fly over it and you're like, wow, it really is cool. Anyway, I guess I gotta focus on the arrival. All right, so we said I'm gonna start my descent now. So we're gonna go down to 10 initially, so we can slow down.
42, right?
And let's line up this here. Let's pull the power back. It's a big lake here, river. Slow this down a little bit.
Altitude 731, got a caution.
Extra caution.
Practice 132,
Alright, the air conditioning, put the power up to 40%.
Ground 36 right, ground 25,
Oh, I never put it to 28,000. So I never got to 30, that's why it's giving me this. It's just like, you didn't do what you said you were gonna do. Yeah, for sure, Greg. Alright, let's see the latest weather over at Dallas. Excuse me, Fort Worth. Winds are 010 at 7. I think I chose the 3-6 approach, so that'll work fine. Is that a finger? You basically get radar vectors. 36 miles from Cowboy. And, alright. Let's just see where CVE is. Actually, no, I don't want to do that just yet. Oh, here it is. It's right by... Alright. So the airport itself, I guess, is here. Oh, we have a tap. Oh, nice. Alright, so here it is. So, well, let's look at it first in the sectional. So, CV is here. 5 miles. So it's about 5 miles from the airport. So this is about 5 miles. This is not to scale. I'm going to dial in the ATIS, see what the winds in the sim are. 123.775. And might not be close enough to reach just yet. Just going to verify that. Yeah, 123.775. Okay. Sometimes they have more than one, and in the sim sometimes not all of them work, so what we'll do is we're going to pretend that we're getting vectors. We're going to fly direct to Cowboy after this. Alright. I f***ed up. Did I? 035 radio. It was 215. Ah, I'm such an idiot. Alright, we're off course. 035. Oh, am I? No, wait. Never mind. I'm fine. Alright. Scratch that. I wasn't reciprocaling very accurately in my head here. So I saw 215. I was like, wait a minute, we're way off. Alright, the altimeter is 3006. So let's put that in now. And we're getting a little bit of a frame rate hit at the moment. And we should have put our lights on at 18.
Shuttle 5736, RNAV to Haskell, runway 3, correction, RNAV G5, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
22 miles out.
American 2233, contact departure, cadet.
Once we cross bottom, we're going to go outbound at 191. Excuse me. And then we did say that the next frequency after that was 116.2.
Shuttle 5736, contact departure.
Correction, Shuttle 5736.
Alright, let's slow this airplane down. 250 knots. And while we're waiting for that to slow down, let's put on our igniters to load mission. And then we're going to take this down to 5. Pull the power all the way back, help it slow down more. Okay, we should resume the descent in just a moment. Here we go. There's a amount of haze setting in here.
Left to land wind 02010.
Alright, so we said 191, and then it will be 17 miles to Finger intersection. So we're looking good on the altitude. We have no problem getting down to 5,000 before Finger. Kind of alternating back and forth between the haze reports, I guess.
Yes, sir. You ready to go, sir?
Just gonna hold this heading for a minute, see if the wind blows us on track. Here it comes.
American 2467, RNAV to Haskell, runway 36 right, left for takeoff.
American 355, Spine Road 36.
American 355, DFW Tower, runway 36 left to land wind 010
Clear to land, American 3.
I guess if I cranked up my anti-aliasing, this should appear perfectly smooth.
Dallas Fort Worth INTL information Foxtrot. 1600 Zulu weather. Wind 340 at 23, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 27, dew point -11. Altimeter 3006. Arriving runways 35 center.
Okay, so 340. Good wind, 230 knots. 240 at 23 knots, rather. And then once we cross Finger, 17.2 miles out, technically we're going to turn to adding a 230. So we're pretending to do that for a minute. Hold 250 knots.
American 2467, contact depart.
Alright, 1385, DHW Tower, 36 left to land, wind 02011. Alright, 12 and 6, you, what's that today? Yes, sir. Alright, 12 and 6, Whiskey Lima, crossing right, 36 right, ground 185. Cross 36 right.
Oh, art sim. Yeah, but I think everybody's just sort of chilling out, you know. Oh, 17 miles, 230. Some water out here.
Cargo, let's say 553 heavy DFW Tower.
And now that we're off of basically expecting vectors, I'm going to put this on 116.2 for now. It's 35 miles away.
Cargo, let's say 553 heavy, roger that. Just making sure, hold short rate, 36 left to down. I have one more arrival, then we'll get you moving.
I hope they eventually reshoot and Google the area around Dallas, Fort Worth, because it's very sort of bland looking. Quality is okay, it was just sort of bland, you know, it's very dry, more wintry look. Yeah, it's cool. And we're going to pretend they come to us and say, you know, at 576, fly direct to, what was it again? Cowboy VOR, expect vectors to the final approach course.
355 east to west.
So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, cool.
Cross 36 right.
Basically flying direct right now. So now, while we're doing that, let's check out the actual approach. That's 35 right. I don't know why I have that up. Flying over Greece while, oh cool, Blackout's nice. So we'll stay at 5,000. We see a gallop, get the step downs, and we'll do that whole thing. That'll be fun. 5,000, 3,000, 2,200. See, like here's an example of where sometimes the overlay is a little off with the water. It's very straight edges, kind of goes onto the land. That's another reason why I use the reflections now. And I use the value that I use for the water ratio, because it keeps it relatively transparent. If I kept it closer to 3 or 4, 0.3 or 0.4, this becomes sort of more darker and blotted out. The lower the value, the more transparent it is.
Air 2577 visual 36 left.
Air 2577 DFW Tower, runway 36 left to land, caution wave turbulence, heavy jet depart throttle around.
Clear land 36 left, Roger. 2577.
Cargo left Italian 553 heavy on that pass through, runway 36 left out, clear for takeoff.
Alright.
1385 cross, runway 36 right, Whiskey Kilo east to west.
West side, cross 36 right, Whiskey Kilometer 13.
185, we'll see you.
Okay, so we have our lights are on, niters are where they need to be, altimeter is set, speed's looking good.
runway 36 left.
Still clean
With that 346,
on the wing, that's
runway
fine.
36 left to the land, wind 010 at 8.
And 36 left, runway 3346.
When I turn on the downwind, I'll check my VREF speed for landing. The downwind is going to be, let's see, the final approach course 356, so we'll turn 176 over Cowboy. We'll fly outbound on the 176 radial. In fact, I'll just set that up here. And then the ILS frequency is, where is that? What am I contemplating that? 111.75. So put that in the standby. Oh, yeah, 111.75. Some zoom level 18 around here, I think, nice and sharp. Hey, Falcon, what's going on? Just getting ready to land at Dallas Fort Worth. Got a really nice flight out of Indianapolis. Very scenic. Relatively flat, but a lot of nice land to look at. How are you today? Oh, these swimming pools down here. A lot of housing swimming pools. Nice. Battle tech. Okay, cool. Coming up on some, I guess, industrial commercial area out here. And it says 4 miles from the VOR, so maybe the VOR is somewhere in this industrial area. Not a bad place for a VOR. There's, on the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway on Long Island, it's kind of cool. There's this, you're on the highway, and it's so easy to miss. Nobody ever notices it, most likely, but there is the compass locator transmitter for one of the 22s going into JFK. And it's just this fence, maybe a 10-foot by 10-foot square with barbed wire on top of it, and a red sign saying interfering with this equipment basically is the following offense and can lead to serious injury or death. Oh, did we nail this intercept? Almost. You can see the winds. You gotta turn to the right again. It's blowing us back the other way.
Structure 131, DFW, runway 36 right, a lot of weight.
But yeah, they try to put the transmitters areas where you just normally wouldn't even see them. Like the Deer Park VOR on Long Island is off of a Comac Road. Yeah, Comac Road. But it's surrounded by trees, and you have to go up a hill, and it's all fenced off. It's like it just looks like a driveway and a gate. Again, a big sign, not big, but a very clear sign that you wouldn't read it when you're driving by. It's like if you pull up to the gate with the intention of trying to get through it, then you know, like, all right, something serious here. saying the same thing. And then you look up the hill and you can see the VOR. It's pretty cool.
Seabird 92 Whiskey Heavy down.
We need a couple of minutes, 92 Whiskey Heavy.
Seabird 92 Whiskey Heavy, Roger, just about to run.
Well, there you
Let's
go.
have a quick look at... So Cowboy, if you look carefully, is pretty much a beam here. And the ILS DME is 16.7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out on the 176 radial. We'll fly out to about to 20 miles, and I'll do my turnaround. And at about 15 miles, I'll pull the... another 3 miles, I'll start pulling the power back. Slow us down. Start configuring. Let's go ahead and pull up the approach speed. So VREF is 129. You saw earlier it was 134. Kind of just tuck it down there.
Frontier 131, connect to park.
131.
I'm going to put this on 356 because it is an HSI and does not matter. The sensing will not be reversed.
Speedbird 92 Whiskey Heavy is now ready.
Speedbird 92 Whiskey Heavy, runway 36 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 36 right, Speedbird 92 Whiskey Heavy.
Slow it down to 220. I feel like my rotation offset is offset. Check that out on the ground.
Clear for takeoff.
Takeoff 36 right, RNAV to Cousin, Speedbird 92 Whiskey Heavy.
This view might be a little loud, so be
Sorry,
careful.
730 heavy, to the front, ready to go. Tower 730 heavy, DFW down, runway 36 right, line up and wait, customer service behind, heavy 730 to the park. Tank 1189, east to west side. Tank 1189, take the Echo to Yankee, hold short, runway 36 right.
Echo Yankee short, 36 right, American.
0 knots, so we said about 20 miles, right? So, okay. Let's do this. We're gonna pull the power back a bit. I'm gonna put on flats. I'm gonna turn to that heading. And we're gonna put in the ILS frequency, 1175. When we turn around, we should start now. ILS are guaranteed out to 18 miles. In reality, this one should be going further out. We also could be technically outside the lateral range.
Arches 92 Whiskey Heavy, thanks,
190 for now. It's interesting, I got a glide slope for the localizer. And,
Qatar 730 heavy, RNAV to Cousin, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV no departure, Cousin, just take off, Qatar 730.
I'm going to tune in Maverick on 113.1 on the nav 2. Okay. So that is at about 166. I'm gonna go ahead and
American 1672, left base,
like that.
final for 325.
Envoy 3689, DFW Tower, customer service behind Heavy 777, runway 36 right, line up and wait.
Verify we did
Envoy
tune in the
3689,
frequency.
runway 36 right, line up and wait, caution wait just behind Heavy 777 depart.
1175.
36 right, line wait, on board
American 1672, DFW Tower, runway 36
There it
left,
is.
land 13608.
Just about
36 left, clear to
on.
land, American 1672.
American 1189, Yankee cross runway 36 right, ground point 65 on the bridge.
It's acting as if we're flying off of it.
65 or 45 for American.
I'm not gonna chase it
going
just
east side?
yet.
Yes, sir.
65 on the bridge.
65, thank you, American 11.
There's the speed at which it's going off, but sometimes these things reverse sense when you're too far. It's weird. There we go. I learned that the hard way at Salt Lake City.
Envoy 3325, visual 36 left.
So I want to be a little aggressive. I want to get on there.
36 left for the land.
36 left, clear land, envoy 3325.
Alright, so 17 miles essentially. We'll continue at 5,000, step down at 14. I should do it at 13. I don't have a...
Line up and wait, runway 36 right. That's your bound.
Let's slow it down to 180. I'm going to go flaps 5. Target's 134. Ultimately. Not right now, but... Alright, and we said we can go down to what? From 5,000 down to 3,000. Okay, so we'll do it at... when it's at 14, we'll wait for a few seconds and then we'll go down to 3. Oops, what am I doing?
1672, east to west.
East side.
Envoy 3689, contact departure.
Over departure, envoy 3689.
1672, take the Echo to Yankee, hold short, runway 36 right.
Echo to Yankee, hold short 36 right, American 1672.
Tower American 2325, visual 36 left.
Gulfstream 70 Bravo, turn left headed 340, maintain 10,000, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
A little turbulence.
Runway 36 right, clear for takeoff, 8770 Bravo. Confirm you said you have us at heading 340, climb to 10,000.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Tower American 2325, visual 36 left.
American 2325, DFW Tower, runway 36 left to the land.
36 left for land, American 2325.
Then what's the next time we can go down more? So it's 7 miles, we can go down to 2,200.
Envoy 3677.
I might hit that, I might just continue down.
Traffic will cross.
36 right, line up and wait, envoy 3677.
American 1672, Yankee cross runway 36 right, and contact ground point 65 top of the Yankee Bridge.
Okay, on Yankee, cross 36 right, we'll call ground on the bridge.
Zoom level, this is probably 18 or 19 at this point.
70 Bravo, contact departure.
Go into departure, what's their frequency down?
Frequency is going to be 126.47.
Right, 2647.
And we said inside of 7 miles going at 2200, right?
One visual 36 left.
It's at a 170.
Radar contact.
This at 2200.
Envoy 3637, RNAV to Haskell, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff. That's Envoy 3677, RNAV to Haskell.
Go to flaps 10 160.
Right, line up and wait.
I should just fly this manually at this point, but it's kind of fun to play around with this.
Visual 409, District Tower 36 left, clear land, wind 01011. American 49, runway 36 left, clear land.
Ooh.
Envoy 3325, hold short right 36 right, Whiskey Kilo. Hold short 36 right.
Yeah, it's most likely zoom level 19 out here. Pretty sharp, even though we're pretty close to the ground. Alright, so I'm going to come off autopilot. Give it a quick full-scale deflection. It's going down to 2200. And, hold 2200. So blast up active, gear down, flights 15, 150.
Flying American 49. American 1206, RNAV Haskell, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff. RNAV Haskell, clear for takeoff 36 right, American 1206. American 1019, District Tower, runway 36 right, line up and wait. Line up and wait.
And we run our way down.
American 2325, east to west.
Yeah,
American
toward
2325.
2325, Equity Yankee, hold short, runway 36 right.
Equity Yankee will short of 36 right, American
134.
Envoy 3677, contact departure. Great day, 3677.
A little low. Yeah, I think this is zoom level 19 now.
American 2325, actually hold short right 36 right, Whiskey Juliet 4.
Okay, we'll hold short 36 right at Whiskey Juliet, American 2325.
Envoy 3325, traffic calls in position, Whiskey Kilo, cross right 36 right, ground 185.
Hey, Sim dude, what's up? Did I build the ortho? Yeah, I did this ortho, yeah. I didn't download it.
American 2325, Whiskey Juliet, cross right 36 right, and Yankee route, ground point 65, top of the bridge.
Okay, Whiskey Juliet, cross 36 right, Yankee route, and .65 top of the bridge, American 2325.
American 1206, contact departure. Departure, American 1206.
DFW Tower, runway 3615, char inbound.
Envoy 3615, DFW Tower, runway 36 left to land, hold short of Zulu, across traffic, wind 01010.
Clear land 36 left, hold short of Zulu, runway 3615.
Flight slow.
Total 5851, no delay, clear traffic, short 5.
No delay on foundation.
Shuttle 5851, hold short, runway 36 right, Whiskey Kilo.
Hold short 36 right, then keep clear.
American 1019, RNAV 2 Haskell, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff. RNAV Haskell, clear takeoff, 36 right, American. Envoy 3676, DFW Tower, runway 36 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait 36 right, envoy 3670.
Off at Quebec 4. Uh, 1.18 on the G's. We all like the good G's.
American American Local 996, landing traffic hold short of your intersection, Zulu cross runway 36 left.
Yeah, it was pretty bumpy on the short final there too.
Envoy 3676 RNAV G-Von, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 36 right on.
I feel like I don't have my.
Envoy 3462, DFW Tower, runway
Do I have like
36 right, line up and wait.
2 airports in here or something?
Line up and wait.
That looks. I don't know.
American 409, east or west?
East.
American 409, Echo to Yankee, hold short, runway 36
You know what?
right.
This is.
Echo to Yankee, hold short, 36
I
right.
didn't move my.
Envoy 3881, DFW Tower, runway 36 left of the land, wind 03011.
Like I see the 3 Fort Worth towers. See, that's definitely an X-plane tower. That sucks. All right, we'll check it out when we get there. So we just landed. Let's just come up over here. Let's get rid of these. This. Actually, we have to cross runways, so we'll leave those on.
Envoy 3462, RNAV Haskell, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
Hey, RNAV Haskell, clear for takeoff 36 right for Envoy 3462.
Envoy 3551, DFW Tower, runway 36 right, line up and wait, company underway.
Pressurization can come off.
Line point Envoy 3551.
Stars are just gonna come off. Wing. We'll leave that on. Okay. Iowa, what's going on? Graham, thank you very much, sir. How you doing?
Envoy 3676, contact the bar.
Welcome aboard with us.
Envoy 36.
We'll check out a replay in a little bit.
Envoy 3551, RNAV G-Von, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV G-Vine 36 right, clear for takeoff Envoy 3551.
Sun Country 678, DFW Tower.
So, just so you see where we are,
Left away, runway 36 right.
we should stop this. So we landed.
Get their tower on 421 with you.
What do we land? 3-5.
421, DFW Tower, runway 36 left of the land, wind 03008.
Okay. So we landed 3-5 right all the way over here. Nice little taxi we gotta do here. So east control tower is here.
3462 switch.
And west control tower says 2. And then there should be like a regular control tower. I'm just not really seeing it, I guess.
Sun Country 878,
I think there is, right? Isn't there 3 of them here?
RNAV to Haskell, clear for takeoff 36 right.
What did we say we were? This is Echo Lima.
36 right, line up and wait, traffic across.
So we're going to come down Echo Lima here. Go straight across.
Envoy 3615, hold
And
short,
we'll just kind of pull into this area.
Hold short
over here.
36 right, Whiskey Kilo, Envoy 36.
Envoy 3551,
bad.
contact departure.
Departure, Envoy 3551, see you.
Yeah, Sim Dude, totally, right? It's a lot of fun. And then sometimes I'll do, like, if I do another leg in a little bit, we'll launch out of here, and then I'll leave live ATC on until I get close to the pilotage coverage area, and then I'll switch over to that.
Traffic holds in position, Whiskey Mike, cross runway 36 right, hold short right, 36 left. Air Shuttle 5851 and Envoy 3615, both of Whiskey Kilo, cross runway 36 right, ground .85, call signs only.
Cross 36 right, ground Air Shuttle 5851. 3615.
Yeah, look, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 towers. I think I see a 7th tower over there. It's That's strange. There's like there's a melding of 2 airports here, I think. And I usually have my global airports folder lower in the hierarchy. I think that's what did it. It's a castle. Yeah. United 576, you're clear to cross these 2 runways coming up.
DFW Tower back 1349, 36 left.
1349, DFW Tower, runway 36 left. Clear land, hold short of Zulu for crossing traffic, wind 0309.
Clear land 36 left short of the Bravo, Zulu back 1349.
Oh yeah, this is total Legos. But I think I see some of the round buildings. I don't know. Yeah, this is all Lego.
Alaska 657, RNAV to Haskell, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 36 right to Haskell, Alaska 657.
American 140.
We got hosed by Lego.
American 140, 36 right, line up and wait.
Although this one on the right might be a little bit legit. Let's see. So I have the Aerosoft one. But what I did was before the flight.
21, hold short right, 36 right, Whiskey Lima.
No, I didn't see reflections on there.
Envoy 4032's visual 36 left.
So.
Who is that?
That's high res.
Envoy 4032 visual 36 left.
American 140, RNAV 2 G-Vine, runway 36 right, clear.
Yeah, you see there, hold on.
RNAV 2 G-Vine, cleared for takeoff, 36 right, American 140.
Envoy 3429, DFW Tower, runway 36 right, we'll line up and wait.
Right, line up and wait.
Boutique 456 at Whiskey Mike, across runway 36 left and taxi to 31 left. Traffic is 2.5 out.
Yeah, something weird happening here.
67, contact departure.
See you later.
Envoy 4032 visual 36
Okay.
left.
Envoy
No big deal.
4032, DFW Tower, 36 left, clear to land, wind 04011.
Clear to land, Envoy 4032.
What would be cool is I'll fix the airport problem and I'll reload it immediately so we can see like the difference.
13, landing traffic will hold short of your intersection. Zulu cross runway 36 left, Charlie will
We'll
ramp.
just watch the landing
Cross
first.
36 left, Charlie ramp, local 8113, 813 heavy sinking.
Envoy 4021, traffic holds in position. Cross runway 36 right, ground flight 5.
Cross 36 right, ground flight 5, like 14.
Yeah, 626 taxi echo to Yankee, hold short, runway 36 right.
Yankee, hold short, 36 right, Chad.
Boutique 456, turn left heading at 270, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff. American 140, contact departure.
American 140 slot. Tower American 1599, 36 left.
American 1599, DFW Tower, 36 left, clear to land, wind 04012.
Clear land 36 left, American 1599.
Envoy 3429, RNAV 2, G-Vine, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
The nose wheel came down really kind of harsh, but at least the initial touchdown was pretty good. Oh, what was somebody had that? I saw it on John Fly's stream, and somebody else had it. It's a different landing rate plugin that showed both the main gear touch and the nose wheel gear rate touch. Does anybody know what that is?
1349, Echo to Whiskey Juliet, hold short, runway 36 right.
I was talking how cool that would be if somebody made that. I saw somebody actually did.
American 1251, RNAV Haskell, runway 36
Uni
right,
has it
clear
too,
for
huh?
takeoff.
Alright, I'll have to send him a message. Oh, it's Sean. Normally I start putting stuff up on the way in, but I was distracted by airport details. Oh, you do have it? It's dude, awesome.
Envoy 3429, contact departure.
American 1505, 36 left. 160.
American 2313, DFW Tower, company 80 underway, runway 36 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 36 right, American 2313.
With the eye, how's it going?
American 1505, DFW Tower, 36 left, clear to land, wind 04011.
Clear to land 36 left, American 1505.
Boutique 456, contact departure. Envoy 4042, hold short right, 36 right, Whiskey Kilo.
Hold short 36 right, Whiskey Kilo.
G-Vine, runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV G-Vine, clear for takeoff, 36 right, American 23 Eastern.
Air Shuttle 5789, DFW Tower, bus underway, runway 36 right, line up and wait.
People with XGS were getting frame rate issues of 5 to 10 frames. Wow. That'd be pretty cool if that gave me a boost. Wow.
American 2207, visual 36 left.
American 2207, DFW Tower, runway 36 left to land, wind
Requires
40.
fly with Lua.
Land 36 left, American 20.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna check that out.
1251, contact departure.
Thanks, Sim dude. Much appreciated. Let's see where the tower view is here.